Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night and we are live. I can unpin my comment now. I was a little nervous, making sure this thing would work okay. I kept my settings the same as last time, but anyways, we're live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device with none of my brain tied behind my back because I need every single brain cell front and center just to keep up with everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. It is Friday. All-time high for silver, an amazing time. You know, the thing is, with the silver's price being as high as it is, closing now here at $67.22. There is the close. There's another friend's silver intel report. I mentioned this website from Jason Hub. He's got it here showing 67.13, 67.17 here. The ask 67.20. But closing at all-time high for Friday, never happened before. It did top out at $67.50, as I talked about in my report. But yes, indeed, a wild day for silver prices. Yes, indeed. All right, let's get right into some of the comments and what some of you are talking about here. Let me get over here and make this thing efficient and effective as we always do. Glad you guys are here. We are expecting maybe a scammer or seven to call us. We did not get them last time because I was busy trying to get connected. But now we got everything in ready to go here. Let's get into it. All right, we got 2026 is going to be wild. I think it will be too. It's very interesting. These markets are wild, and I try to be as realistic, kind of keep calm, cool, collective. It is exciting to see silver move. We will see a correction. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I don't think it's going to be for a while at this point, honestly. I do not. Let's see here. NZ Coin says, I'm really interested in investing in silver because of your channel. Very informative. Well, thank you, NZ Coins. I appreciate that. And I try to be as realistic as I can about the metal, but I think you will enjoy it. I think the biggest benefit of having silver in your stack is holding wealth outside of the system. I really do. The silver that you hold is silver that they can't manipulate, they can't move, they can't it's wealth, it's sound wealth, sound money, and it's outside of the current system, which many people believe the whole system is corrupt in many different ways. So thank you. All right. Dave Subers, changing less to buy, but paying even less if you want to sell a little bit. Yeah. Charging less. Yeah, that's right. The market is a different market these days. You're paying less above spot, but you're getting a whole lot less when you go to sell your silver these days. All right. DI 2511. Honest question. I have 410 ounces of 999 silver. Is that good enough to stack to ride on? That's a pretty good amount. I think that's doing okay. It just depends upon your personal situation. I would probably stack even a little bit more depending on where you're at, but I think that's a good, healthy stack for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. That's right. Exactly. That's right. You can't manipulate gold either. It's good to have gold and silver. I believe in having both metals. I know we've been talking about silver lately, but I'm a big believer in gold as well. Let's see here. I left the coast. Do you remember the big melt? Something that's going to happen that stopped the big melt 2.0 as silver skyrockets and USA dips into a short recession. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by the big melt. I don't know what that's being called, but there's a lot of silver that's moving to the refineries right now. It's still going on. A lot of refineries are taking in silver. I talked about that recently, and I bought some silver to save from the melt. So yeah, let's see here. So there's not going to be a big melt 2.0. We're still in 1.0, if that's what you're referring to. Let's see here. The Truth Lives says the following. Hey Sal, another good video. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I'm going to give the reason why we think silver manipulation is going on based off of gold to silver ratio. Since the beginning of the history of the world, and now the gold to silver ratio in the earth has been 19 to 1, silver to gold. After averaging out through the time, throughout history, that sounds about right. In the Roman Empire, the ratio was set by law at 12 to 1. In medieval Europe, the ratio was set by law at 9.4 to 1, 1350, so forth. So all the different ones was about 15 to 1, 16 to 1. And President Roosevelt, by price, fixed the ratio to 98 to 1. Around 1946, my mom's relatives would look for the new dime and say, look, they put destroyer on the dime. I guess they were even more Republicans than I, considering the FDR did the former to the farmers like them. That would be the reason. Then the 20th century, the average was 47 to 1 and peaked in 2020 at 104.98 to 1. Remember, like 11.50 an ounce. Currently, it's like 66.53. And so far, I've looked up these numbers since I started collecting as a kid. Well, and here it is. Yes, you're right. Truth. And by the way, thank you, Steve LaPointe, for the super chat. LCS selling Libertads for $105. Wow. Because it limited minted. Wow. Yes. Well, 2025, you're paying thousands of dollars for a 2025 Libertad, Steve LaPointe. But good to see you. Thank you for that, Steve LaPointe. So, truth lives now. I appreciate your history of the gold to silver ratio, but none of that matters for price discovery of silver. None of that is an argument for manipulation of silver's price. Not a single one of it. In fact, I'll throw you in another one in there. In ancient Egypt, for a time, it was at 1 to 1 or 2 to 1. It comes out of the ground at 9 to 8 to 1 and 9 to 1, but that does not matter. It's about price discovery. It's about the markets. The market is determining what the gold to silver ratio is now. The natural market forces are the biggest driver of the price of silver and gold right now. We cannot blame everything on manipulation. We cannot blame everything on suppression. Yes, markets are manipulated. Yes, there might be some idea of suppression happening on the back end. But the biggest driver of gold and silver prices is without a doubt, unmistakable, undeniable, natural market forces. We're seeing that play out now. What drives natural market forces? Psychology. That's really the bottom line. Is psychology. Psychology drives the prices. And that's what's happening now. But supply and demand also drives the prices, and we're seeing that play out right now. That's the biggest driver. So I'm sorry to disagree with you, Truth Lives now, and I appreciate your approach to it, and I appreciate your research on the gold to silver ratio. It is fascinating to see it, but most of it was fixed throughout history, and that is manipulative by itself. We're not in a manipulative market anymore. If governments manipulate the gold to silver ratio, that's a different matter. It's not the free market doing. Let's see here. All right, very good, nice. Yeah, I don't really hop on Instagram a whole lot, Silver Heights, but thank you for that. Yeah, new Mint director Hollis confirmed. That's wonderful news. Yep, he is a numismatist, so that's a good news. I'm glad he got confirmed. Very good, nice. Thank you, Silver Heights. Appreciate that. Okay, Terry Remples here says this. The Silver Institute underreports demand because it's just two guys that serve the needs of the military-industrial complex. What? The Silver Institute is just two guys? I don't know what you're smoking, but that's crazy. They hire out to Metals Focus, who does a lot of the reporting for the Silver Institute. But even the Silver Institute itself is definitely more than just two people. Anyways, worldwide silver demand is reported and known. Use the silver ounce acquired per gigawatt to find the true solar demand per year. You will find total solar demand for silver is about 450 million ounces in 2025. There's also been a silver production deficit for 7 years, not the 5 reported by the Silver Institute. In other words, the physical silver shortage is much worse than reported by the corrupt Silver Institute. Metals Focus is no better. Well, Metals Focus works for the Silver Institute, working in support of the military-industrial complex. JP Morgan already has proven to manipulate the market, convicted and paid a huge fine in 2016. Well, they did that much later. The manipulation that they did, which moved the prices up and down for selfish reasons among the precious metal trading desk, occurred then. But anyways, that's aside the point. But we'd love to know how you got your facts about solar demand, total solar demand for silver, where you get that number from. But anyways, All right. But a lot of people don't believe the Silver Institute. Let's say very good. All right. And Bill 457 says that's like when you get an eviction notice. You are still in the apartment for 3 months. They are losing money until they issue a warrant of removal. Okay, so relate that to silver, the COMEX. Say they buy 66 ounces, it's locked in, but the customer in the meantime, silver goes to $80 an ounce. COMEX makes that profit. Then they issue the warrant, and that makes sense. You don't own it unless you hold it. Yeah, that's right. And how they hold, register it, and warrant it. That's a complex game over there at the COMEX. Registered category, the delivered category. It's fascinating. Thank you, Bill 457. Appreciate it. And we've got Anthony. Silver news is happening way too fast for one person to keep up. It is tough to keep up on the geopolitical moves and events. The U.S. Mint has already been tapering off its production and will continue to do so. I'm guessing 2026 will be the final mass-produced Eagles that the masses can't afford. Well, that's the key here, that they can't afford. I mean, yeah, Eagles could go up. I mean, especially with premiums. We'll see demand goes out there. But, yeah, I mean, I missed the news that broke about Hollis being, confirmed as the new Mint director. So let's see here. Very good. All right. We've got Silver Dragoon. We'll see how 2026 goes. With all this interest in buying, keep going, or will it just fade away? Well, it'll be interesting. I think there's a lot more people selling than buying right now. There's a lot of silver out there. If you want to buy it, you have no problem buying silver. There's no silver squeeze in the retail market. The only thing is that there is a glut of it coming into coin shops. Refineries are overloaded. It's crazy. Let's see here. As we slurp our way through this broadcast. Indeed. All right. It has been a banger of a year for sure, Big J Rolling. Good to see you guys. CCT is here. Michael K is here. Eli is here. JM Unleashed is here. We appreciate JM Unleashed. She's awesome. Good to see you. Steve C, all of my stack is a core stack. There you go. Yeah, that's kind of how I view mine too. It's a core stack. I got 2 diamond fists holding my silver, not just one. All right. And what are we at here? Okay, let's see here. Joe English. Come on with the comment in this video with doubling the manipulation of silver spot price throughout the decades. The Sith Lord JP, more of your money gone, was fined nearly $1 billion for the spoofing. What the heck, dude? You're fronting for these criminals. Good Lord. Well, I talked about JP Morgan. Joe English, if you do a search on this channel, I've been the most consistent channel covering what JP Morgan did. And, that's clear. What they did, spoofing, manipulation. But the thing is what I'm talking about is price suppression, manipulation to the downside. And so there's a big difference. So if you're asking me if I'm fronting for these criminals, well, you just need to do your research. Sovereign vacuuming up precious metals, getting ready for tokenization. And did you mention 250 million shortfall in demand, which going to a 6-year supply demand does what? Yep, I talk about that all the time. No new significant mines coming in. China produces 70% of output silver export for journey and first engaging directly with Peru, Mexico, who hate us. They are putting the squeeze on the West. You have Bhutan and Kazakhstan announcing today tokenization to gold pegged to the dollar. There's a war going on. You need to do a correction video, my man. Silver pullback based on what? Well, you're commenting on the wrong video. You meant to comment on the video where there was a silver pullback. And some of these people are just absolute idiots that comment on my videos. Because the video was very clear that there was a pullback in the one day, and people say, "What are you talking about? Silver's up." Look at the date when the video was posted, and then tell me what specific kind of crack you're smoking. Some of these, I don't mind if people have a comment, but when they come with such hubris like this guy does, it's just insanity. Anyways, let's see. Sound like you have a cold. You have a silver fever. Get well soon. There you go. Yes, indeed. I got fever. I got silver fever. I do. I must confess. And that's just it. With a bull run like this, it's hard not to get caught up in the hype. I'm trying to refrain myself, but it is exciting, and it really is exciting to see the prices move the way they are. Good to see Matt Wingy. Good to see you. Good to see all of you guys. Pocket Box Productions, a double diamond fist, never sell. Use it as collateral for loans, invest in cash flow, use the cash flow to pay off the loan, and get the silver and the cash flow repeat. Yeah, there you go. I tell you, it's interesting. People have different ways of doing things and whatever, but I do have a double diamond fist. I believe in if you can hold your silver, use it. Think of silver as your discretionary savings account that you only pull out in the case of absolute emergencies. That's right, Silver Shelby. That's exactly right. I don't know why I waste my time with some of these comments. Exploring history. Maybe this is a squeeze to drive stackers to sell at all-time highs. Once it's gone, it isn't coming back to keep your stack and don't fall for the trap. Yeah. I don't know. It is possible, but if it's working, I can't tell you how many people that have told me, says, I'm out of silver stacking once it hits $30 an ounce. And people were, when it reached $30 an ounce, they were coming in and saying, I just sold, a lot of my stack. They're probably kicking themselves now that it's gone up. But the thing is I honestly do not believe in selling at any price, no price whatsoever, for a core position on my stack. There may be a price that I would sell if it goes up for a portion of my stack, but my core stack is hanging on with me. Why? Because I believe in silver. I really do. All right, let's see here. Steve Higby says silver's no longer poor man's gold. Pretty soon it will be stacking copper. Yeah. Well, copper's got a long ways to go. And when you take a look at the, copper is still priced by the pound, and having a porous ounces as a way it's marked on certain pieces. And I actually bought some copper rounds today at a crazy, crazy high premium just because I like the design on them. But I'm not doing that to stack. I'm buying them just for not stacking them, that's for sure. That's right, exactly. Yep, that's right, Jeff Johnson. Pullbacks are healthy. We're going to see more pullbacks, and there's no problem with that. I have no problem with that at all. Pullbacks are healthy. And for sure. Littlefoot, thank you so much. Thoughts on trading $105 worth of 90%? Or 40 times face for a pre-33 $20 gold coin, almost an ounce. My Stacks GSR is silver heavy. Yeah, I say go for that. I would say do it. Let me tell you why. If you got the opportunity to do it, 90% is tough to liquidate right now. And if you got the means to do the $105 worth of that 40 times face, I don't know. You work out the dollar amount, what the spot per 105. Let me just see here. What is I don't have to do the math. 40 times face. As long as it works out to where it's near the ratio, then I would say go for it. Especially if you're light on gold. I'm a strong proponent of having some gold, so I think that's a good trade if it works out for you with the math. I just haven't done the math, but check out Littlefoot Stacker's channel. Thank you, and thank you for that. I'm probably not going to do any exercises tonight. There's a lot to go through here. I might catch up a little bit and do them. But let's see. Well, I'll tell you what. I think somebody else did $2 over. I'll do 10 push-ups. Let me see here. The time I said I wasn't going to do them, I could have just done the push-ups, right? So here we go. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the little super chats here. Let's do 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here we go. All right. And we're also waiting for scammers to call us, but they haven't done it yet, and it's already after the allotted period. Okay, let's see here. Various things. Silver futures went to 67.43. Crazy times. Indeed, it is. Crazy times indeed. Wild. Mark Spear says some silver maples are already selling for $100 an ounce in Canada. Yep, I talked about that in my previous video about the $100 silver. Indeed, you're exactly right. And we've got Marscrums says the following here. Missing the famous silversmiths, so we could be eating our silver instead of having a stack of bricks or rounds, especially since I will never plan on selling. Might as well enjoy. There you go. Yeah, enjoy your silver that you stack and you collect. It really is a beautiful metal. Good to see you guys. Brian, Wicked Sticky Flowers. Good to see all of you guys. Appreciate you being with me here tonight as we press on here in the broadcast. We've got James Adams says, silver solid state of emergency to get that silver. All right. Yeah, well, they're working with that mine as I talked about. And here's the great Cyber Curtain Twitcher, who you guys should check out as well on the YouTubeverse. It says here, and with the rise of silver, up goes the demand for the world-famous CCT slide. Wow, nice. Never my wildest dreams that I think we'd see £50 silver, but here it is. Whilst I have paid that and more for some collector pieces, I never expected to ever get my money back on selling them at spot. But I could do that now if I really wanted to. Indeed, and that is empowering, and it justifies the reason why we stack. All right, yeah, none of those scammers are calling me tonight, so we may not get any. Why is this guy trying so hard to sound like cartoon Batman villain? I don't know. Why don't you ask him? Sean Poston says here, silverweight $100 plus in and around March of 2026. Okay, we'll see if you're right. Actually, I'm not going to remember his post, so I have no idea. Matt W. Comex is what Mexicans are calling gay marriage now. Okay. All right, and TM 7100. I think we will see $70 before 2026. Yep, 3/4 of my audience think that, and so far we're looking like it could happen, and very well could happen. Amazing. Let's see here. Zidiluxkavi says soon you will not be able to buy silver, only to sell. Disagree with that. From Serbia. Thank you for watching from Serbia, but I don't know what the silver market is like in Serbia, the retail silver market, but here in the United States and in the West, you're going to be able to buy silver long after it gets to $100 an ounce. No problems at all. Man, Roadkill is with us tonight. Roadkill just said that he traded about 16 Morgans for a 1/4 ounce of American Gold Eagle. Congratulations. I've not done the math on that, but hopefully that's a good trade. But there you go. Good to see Red Crawler is here with us. And let's see here. Who else is here? All right. Hey, Alan Gold is here. And yes, that is true. I'm looking to get Google to remove that. If you type into the Google machine, the worst YouTube channel ever, this channel pops up, Salivate Metal. So it does hurt my reputation from Google, so search it in DuckDuckGo. Hopefully it'll come up okay. But yeah, it hurts my reputation here. Richard Metcalf, I went to bed last night. Silver was 65.77. Woke up this morning at 67.25. Amazing. I was expecting a little pullback. What a surprise. That's the most money I've ever made in my sleep. That is great, Richard Metcalf. What a wild ride we're seeing with silver for sure. Oh, well, thank you so much, Rocksteady. I appreciate that so much. 2 months into stacking. That's awesome. And welcome. Glad you're here. Silver Pug, why is a big, beautiful bill does not favor us stackers? I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't favor us stackers, but I just say if you're one of those that are getting a tax cut from it, then you can put that extra money to silver, so it will favor you. Okay, let's see here. And John Bannon says, it's like a pullback, Sal. Don't believe in predictions. I just keep stacking. Have for years. Glad I have. There you go. Thank you so much. Yep. Just keep on stacking for sure. All right. And we've got M.W. Abrams says, is this still a good time to buy more? Is $98 an ounce here in Canada? Well, that's going to be up to your own understanding of the markets and understanding loss. You should never buy anything without expecting a loss. I don't care how low or how undervalued you think an asset is, including silver. You buy with the full-on expectation that it's going to fall, so you don't set yourselves up for disappointment. And I really think that's going to be the best way to think about it whenever you buy, because I don't care if silver's price falls $20 from where it is right now, and you go in and make a purchase of a piece of silver, and because you think you're hitting the bottom. I've been there, I've done that, and it fell even more. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Raymond Check. The wife and I are both 55 years. We're not worried about prices till we are in our 60. There you go. Yep, that's the best way to think about it. Just hold on through these days for sure. Coins A to Z says here, physical precious metals is the most valuable tangible physical commodity asset the average person can easily acquire and store. That's right. It is. It's amazing. This has been a wild run. If you would have said that last year or the year before that, some people would have questioned you, but now it certainly is the case. All right. Oh, yeah, let's see here. Let's slurp my way through this broadcast. Let's get over here to the next comment, shall we? Am I seeing this right? Kitco seems to indicate that platinum did break the $2,000 mark. Let's take a look and see if it actually did today. Nope, not quite. 1996 was the high today, but still pretty close. Very close. Platinum is on fire. And I tell you what, I am so glad that I purchased platinum as much as I did in 2020. I bought platinum in 2020 when it was trading about $600 an ounce. So glad I did. I think that year I bought the most platinum I've ever did, but I bought a fair amount this year and the previous year too. So really do like platinum. Yes, indeed. All right. SEO, salivate engine optimization. Yes, indeed. Paying for those search results. All right. Datsun Z Boss. December is typically a weak sales month for silver. Just waiting for January. All right. Yes, indeed. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. This is from my video from this morning. We've got this from Datsun Z Boss. Sal. That is why short holders are supposed to already hold the metal to short for hedging, not naked shorting, which is only manipulation. All right. And how much naked shorting is there? It'll be interesting to see what happens. But very good. Okay, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. I like big bars and I cannot lie. That's what she said. I'm with you on that, brother. All the way. Rain Dewar says, is there 400 times less silver around than paper contracts? As soon as delivery starts becoming the norm, prices will explode like never before. The filthy derivatives rats are a corner now. Yep, there's about that, 350 to 400. And I'm going to be covering that topic sometime fairly soon. Let's see here. We've got SFPO2PB. The increasing value of gold and silver will incentivize burglary and home invasion robbery. Expect job loss, debt, foreclosure, mental illness exacerbated by stress, increased violence, and crime. A book called Dealing with Burglary and Home Invasion Robbery may help. With economic desperation increasing precious metal values, theft and violence will increase. Yes, that is one of the downsides. Definitely safeguard your stacks and your family. I cannot tell you how important that is. I've posted a video about that with my full stack. Some of the things that I do to protect myself. And let's see here. Matt Wingy, show me the silver. COMEX is short. Hang on for the ride. Seems to be silver's time. It's going crazy. It really is. It's 64 to 1 now. 64.5 to 1. Let's see here. John D says, was saying it months ago when the GSR was over 100 to watch silver because something was likely going to happen. Either gold was going to go through a correction or silver was going to climb. We now know that's what's playing out. Might trade some silver or gold if it does do it like it did in 2011, which was about 33 to 1, by the way, 33 or 32 to 1. And I don't know that we're going to get there, but we could get close to there. We'll see. Okay. Always be stacking. There you go. Mitch Pictish. I like that. I like that concept. First to class, steal the goat. There you go. Sounds the good. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Wow, says Jason Hub. Yes, it was quite a ride for the silver market today. Indeed, it was. And we've got Alani here. Says in 1971, the average wages in the U.S. Okay, here comes a scammer calling us. Let's hello? Hello? Why is there music playing? All right. It's like it caused me to put me on hold. Let's see here. All right. No, I'm not going to buy any more rhodium. Too expensive. We'll let that set aside here. That's so strange that this thing would do that and ring me up on on hold music. It's insane. Anyways, the average wages in the U.S. was $64.97 or $6,500, which was worth around 185.63 ounces of gold. The average wages now are 69,000 to 70,000, but the ounces of gold you could have bought in 1971 is now worth over 800,000. That's how much real inflation there has been, because up to the mid-1800s, real money has always been gold. Ever since time began, money has always been gold. The fiat pyramid scheme is about to collapse. Yes, it's a good, interesting way to look at it through the course of time. Thank you. You're right. Very good. All right. Really is just keeping up with inflation at the moment. Yeah, I mean, depending how you measure from the previous dips. All right, I think I'm going to end this call. I don't know why it did that, but anyways. Liberty versus freedom with some algorithmic emoticon. 6-7, that's right. I know I still don't understand what that means, 6-7, but that's the phraseology these days. Nesmaniac here on the video about the market report. Here's, I can't believe a huge sell-off hasn't slammed the price of silver down yet. I know many have to been selling off right now. Otherwise, it would have been $100 now, is my thinking. Yeah. Well, as I mentioned in this morning's video, they're going long now, big time. It's evident in the latest numbers coming out of the COMEX, the deliveries. Yes, indeed. All right. I think they're right. 6-7, that's right. Philip Mendez showing that based off of that, whatever that means, whatever the 6-7 means. Congrats, fellow stacker, says Jesse J Studios. Yes, indeed. Something to celebrate for sure. Gold, silver, like my music. Metal, that's right. Mine too. I'm with you on that. Full force. Silver Shelby Stacker chimes in. I think Silver Shelby is here or was here earlier. I see you all soon for the update. Always appreciate you, brother. Have a great weekend to you too. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much. Remember when people said $30 an ounce was too expensive? Yes, I do remember. Wow. Oh, those were the days, and those days were not that long ago. That's for sure. Crazy, crazy town. All right, Coin Collective Fund. I may only be able to afford to hoard aluminum soon. I know, I hear you. Yeah, it's crazy. Aluminum, dun 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 dun. Aluminum, dun 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 dun. Aluminum, dun 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 dun. Ba-dun dun ba-dun ba. 6-7. All right, and we've got here. Personally, says Lonnie here on this video from this market report. Says, personally, I see silver above $85 an ounce by the end of the year. They're bringing in this dystopian nightmare mark of the beast system by the end of the decade, and states are making gold and silver legal tender again. That's why people are buying now all over the world. Well, if you mean the end of next year, that is a possibility. I would have ruled that out some time ago. I still don't think we're going to get there by next year either, $85 an ounce. But not this year. It's not going to happen this year, I can tell you that. All right. Good. Thank you so much, Victor Xavier, for hitting the thumbs up button. Appreciate it so much. Metallica fan. It was almost 68. That's right. $67.50 here. Sal, when probably post the price of silver, just saying what it is when they post, not commenting on the video. I guess it's a strange thing to people, thing us people do. All right. Yeah, so $67.50 is what it got to a perfect high. Let's see, very good. As I slurp my way through this broadcast this evening, glad you guys are here. Chad Wolf is here. This Maniac is here. Silver and gold are on my Christmas list, aren't they? For all of us. That's right. Diamond Fist. That's right. And Fathom That says no slammy slam hammer today. Yee live action. Hold. And sell if you need paper to wipe digits, just swipe. There you go. All right. Now we've got CT87. Let me get over here to this. We need to get out of we're out of the First World War now. That's good. At least I think. Let me see here. Yep, just, well, not totally yet. Almost out of the First World War. All right, triple digits incoming, my friends. Everything is pointing much higher. Silver prices in 2026 and beyond. So I'm still dollar cost averaging and buying more. There you go. Dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out. Do your scream and do your shout. That's the way we do it. All right. That's right. Very, very good. Okay, let's see where we're at here. In the grand scheme of things, what do we got here? And, all right, Schenker, need rally in gold to make up gold-silver ratio now, so the silver stackers feel safe with rally in silver, yeah. Well, gold is going to be much more of a slow-paced move, and I think the ratio could narrow even more, but we'll see. Into stacking, $67.16, week's close. Although it did get to 67.46, not bad at all. Wouldn't mind seeing 70 this time next week. A guy can hope, can he? Well, probably could happen. Happy Mac is like, we celebrating. It is a time to celebrate for sure. Big J rolling, the cheese may be frozen, but even frozen cheese is good. I've never tried frozen cheese. Yes, indeed. And we've got this here from Greg Ziegler. Says, my stack is looking pretty. All right. -2, no matter what the price is. It's always shiny. I will now have to shop wisely to increase this investment. Will always make a challenge. For those wanting to sell their 900, I suggest private sales. There you go. Rather than getting ripped off the dealers. Exactly right. Exactly right. Private sales, for sure. Let's see here. And where are we at now? Let's get over here to the 50. Plus 50-pound silver again, Sal. It was last there just before the cooling problems at the COMEX. All right. Yes, indeed. Very crazy. Silver broke 50 pounds today in the UK for the first time. Amazing. Amazing. James O'Neill Brown with the algorithmic emoticons. And $200 silver 2026. All right, a lot of people are getting really bold with their predictions. I don't think that's going to happen. But anyways, Chrome Salvation says yes. Thank you for that. And I'm going to keep holding. Just now doing the thing I was buying it for. Great vid, Sal. Thank you so much. Yes. Keep on holding in the free world. Thank you, Gold and Silver. Thank you. And we've got Bradley O says, these days you can buy bullion and be into the profit within days. Yeah, it seems like that's the case. We're pretty spoiled in this market for sure. You are right. All right. Stay tuned. Victor Xavier. I'll give my predictions towards the end of the month or the beginning of next year. So stay tuned for that. Michael K., keep stacking and protect what's yours. Amen, brother. Sound advice for sure. Be safe, Salvation Nation. Have a great weekend. Hopefully, I will be able to catch the live tonight. All right. Thank you, Michael K. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah. This coffee's delicious. A little lukewarm now, but we're plugging away for sure. All right. Yes, he loves the sips of coffee, doesn't he? Yeah, he sure does. I like him too. Cool Astro, yes, my precious grow, get bigger. That's what she said. All right, North Star Stacker is here. Hello, good to see you. And we've got the Ominous Rooster. The LCS was extremely busy today. A few buyers and more sellers. That's what we're seeing. A lot of people selling right now. Picked up a 2015 Kookaburra and some other coins and rounds. The selection was larger than normal. Sad for others who had to sell. Keep on stacking. Yes, indeed. That's exactly right. Keep on stacking it in the free world. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, check out North Star Stacker's channel. Thank you, JM Unleashed, for being so kind. And yes, you could even put a link to Alan Gold's channel if you want to as well. But if you do subscribe to Alan Gold, immediately unsubscribe from him and let's get him back into negative territory with the negative subs again. So, TR Dutch, I bought 44 ounces at the dip yesterday. Everything was just $1 or $2 over spot. So believe it or not, I'm in the black on that already. I don't know, a dip could come, but I've been waiting for gold to really pull back since October. What if this really is just the beginning of silver's big run? Yes, I tell you. I'm not missing out the boat on silver. I understand that mindset. I'm hearing you on it. Just be careful with that mindset is all I'm saying. We could be at the top of the market or we could be still on the way up. Bozo, people are getting too complacent. Silver has a long history of dropping like a stone after a big run up. Yep. And that's something we should look out for. I just don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Could I be wrong? Completely I could be wrong. But I don't think it's going to happen. All right. Anytime soon, anyways. Bring on that big old silver battery. Yes. Bring it on. Bring it on. Lulu Lucky. The algorithmic emoticon. Thank you. And John Knox. Great news. Silver getting ready for another try at $70. Well, this would be the first time that it's gotten there, but we'll see here. A lot of resistance from 69 to 74. That's right. And then we have this on today's video saying the following. The top 10 asset classes, website values at 380 trillion. Silver is used up, unlike gold, where almost every ounce of gold is ever mined is still in a vault, or silver is being gold or jewelry. COMEX still has fiat paper dollar, etc., etc. Well, the thing is that silver eventually will be recycled. It still is getting recycled. Silver's never, it's consumed, but it doesn't just disappear. There is ability for it to be recycled, and it is being recycled more so probably now than ever before. No question about that. Let's get down here. Let's get to there were some older comments I'm going to get to down here, if I can get to them. Some people had some questions, and I want to answer those. I saved them specifically for this live stream. Like Littlefoot Stacker. Can you explain to me, as if I was a 12-year-old, what does it mean when JP Morgan sells their entire silver short position at all 200 million ounces? Are we now rumored to hold 750 are now rumored to hold 750 million ounces of physical? I think it's just a movement of the delivered position. I did explain that in a video recently. It's a movement of the position of delivered from the short to the long position. And that's really what it's about. It's not necessarily means physical ounces have been acquired, although they are and have been acquiring physical ounces to back up some of those contracts to prevent the derivatives from expanding a whole lot more than they are. So there is that. I think a 12-year-old can understand that. Good question. We've got Matthew Holbrook says, what are your thoughts on stacking certified silver like Franklin half dollars? 1963's trade around $8 over melt. Would like your opinion and thoughts about that. Well, yeah, if you can get them for the price of a regular uncertified variety, yes. But do not buy those to stack if you're paying a premium for them. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Okay, here. Galacrow says, at one stage today, the gold-silver ratio was exactly the same as the silver spot price. Whoa. Yeah, that's true. Amazing. Good point, Galacrow. That is pretty cool. That is something pretty wild. All right, let's see here. Greg Ziegler, silver just hanging above $67 an ounce, or 66. This is from 2 days ago. Watching my gains excitingly. There's still some bargains out there, and I'm thankful for that. Keep stacking, folks. Some people have no common sense. Yep, you're right, and thank you, sir. Appreciate that. TM says, very good informational video. Thank you, TM. I appreciate you. 71100, you're awesome. Experts say the banks will make it drop to around 45 in 2026 to cover their shorts. When it will climb back up, going to save for a big dip. Yes, that is possible. However, I know JP Morgan they've gone long, and the COMEX trades are showing a long position for deliveries as well. So I think it may be a little while. All right. Let's see here. Littlefoot, Sal, do you think it's possible for silver to be $100 by the end of the first quarter of next year? Highly unlikely. Although in a normal market, or if you would have asked me that a month ago, I would have said not going to happen. Now I'm saying highly unlikely. That means I'm not ruling it out. In this market, I'm not totally ruling that out. Shan has been stacking since 2008 and says the following. I have both gold and silver. I stack way more gold money-wise than silver. The reason is because all these years, gold has been way less volatile than silver. Amen. That's the same reason why I started in 2017 buying much more gold than silver dollar-wise. I'm glad at least I did buy some silver every now and then. I buy gold to preserve wealth, and I buy silver because it's pretty, but then I'm female, so I probably look at the metals market differently than men do. Fortunately, I have a husband who says, buy whatever you want. At least you have a hobby and it makes money instead of money down the drain. Amen. That's awesome, Shan. Very, very cool. Good to see Carrie Taryn. Thank you. Good to see you. And we've got SoCal Johnny says, technical analysis for silver is useless with decades of artificial prices being used for future predictions. Ridiculous. This time is different, folks. Well, this certainly what happened with the markets today or that day certainly did discredit the technical analysis. Technical analysis is great for pattern. Basically, it's pattern analysis. That's really what it is. It's glorified pattern analysis to predict what could happen in the future. There is some merit to it. However, just like Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. And the plans of technical analysis often get punched in the face. All right, let's move on here. We've got this. Zeke Coins, everyone who has bought silver just 2 weeks ago has seen a return. Crazy. Hope this is not a sign of hyperinflation to come next year. Hope not either, but we are back into quantitative easing again at some level, so we could see inflation pick up again. If you know stacking. Says the masses are always wrong. The experts rarely get anything right. That's exactly right. And the expert bullishness in the market has been concerned for silver. What are your thoughts, Al? Yeah, take everything that anyone says, including this channel, including me, for a grain of salt. We have our opinions, but they're just opinions only. I've been wrong before. I've been right before. And just like everybody else, I mean, I'm not keeping score, honestly, but I've probably been right a little bit more than I've been wrong. But that does not mean that you should bank any decision on what I say. I'm just a guy on the interwebs, on YouTube, giving his opinions. I like to think that they're somewhat educated based off of my experience in the markets. But notwithstanding, no one truly knows. Stack with your own level of understanding. Buy however much you think you feel like is a good, comfortable level for you and your family. But thank you. Coin Data Z. I'm always a here for platinum. Looks like it will surpass $2,000. I think it's quite possible. We came very close today from that happening. This video, by the way, you should check out. The precious metals bull run they're not talking about. It's about platinum, and platinum we should be paying attention to as well. It's really done about as good as silver this year. And it's $90.91. Kanukistan as I live and breathe. Let's take a look at what silver closed out today in Canada. In Canada, $92.78. I thought for sure it'd go over $100 like it did in Australia, 101.68. Crazy. All right. Red Crawler, I want to challenge you to stack 20 10th-ounce platinum in 2026 or a tube of airtight. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to take you up on that challenge. Usually if I buy a platinum, it's going to be usually 1 ounce size. But you know, we'll see. It depends on what it does. If I see kind of a big pullback in platinum, I may get some. But we'll see here. All right, Tom Sanders, we need a live stream to get our one lines together. I bought more today in ASCs for Christmas gifts for my niece and nephew. Way to go. That's awesome, Tom Sanders. Squishy Plums, AI is too fresh. AI needs to mature. For now, stack silver. That's right, exactly. You know, I had some people tell me they were unsubscribing from my channel because I told people not to watch those fake AI channels. It's crazy. Some people. Anyways, let's see here. All right, folks. Well, I think we have... I think we've run to the end of the night here, but you guys are amazing. Just look at these prices one more time. 67.22 was the close here. Pretty amazing. But hope you have a wonderful evening and a great weekend. We're going to be back here. Make sure to stay tuned for tomorrow's video. If you're a silver stacker, you're going to like tomorrow's video. And it's not just that I'm trying to placate the silver either. But anyways, you all are wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the, wait for it, ground.